بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم رب زدني علما.
So the next concept will move on with the concept of OSPF areas. Like previously, we have discussed the areas probably in a single area. So in this section, we'll try to understand why do we need areas, what are the limitations by using one single area, and why there is a need for dividing a bigger topologies in multiple areas. So let's get started here. Like here, you can see OSPF. By default, in our previous lab, what we did is we connected 3 routers and then we configured all the routers in one single area, just like one group. But again, this one area is like placing all the routers in just one area or one database, just like one database. But most of the large OSPF networks basically have some drawbacks or limitations with this design. Like especially if you take an example, we got some 900 routers. Like let's say you got 900 routers connected, probably in different sites. And so probably you have thousands of routes. So each and every router, let's say you got some 3+ interfaces on each and every network, like 1 LAN and 2 WAN connections, or even if you have more. So probably each and every interface will have one network. So if you just think about the number of networks, or the size of the routing table, or the size of the database table, generally you just think about it, it's very large again. So especially the normal OSPF what we did up to now, based on single area, so that is not going to design, that's not going to scale for bigger designs especially. Now the main reason is they take a lot of CPU resources to run the SPF algorithms inside the database. And also it has more impact on the convergence time also. It will be very slow in reacting the changes. Like let's see more detail, like what are the different problems we see here. So one of the problem is, like we discussed, how the OSPF is going to run. So the algorithm is going to use some kind of LSS, the link state advertisements, where every router is going to advertise its own information in the form of LSS to every other router or its neighbors, and that router is going to forward that to the next routers, and then that router is going to forward them to the next router. Now similar way, if you assume you have 900 routers and every router is advertising their own information in the form of LSS, which means every router is sending out the advertisements to remaining almost like 900 or 899 routers, then you can see the CPU utilization of the routers will be very high. So it takes a lot of CPU resources to advertise and build the database, the link state database, and probably that's going to increase the resources in general, the memory and the CPU resources. And again, it takes a lot of CPU to run the algorithm and calculate the best route, because it has to calculate the algorithm on all the possible routes. That's one issue. So basically the problem comes with most of the small routers, especially you will be connecting some high-end routers here, the core routers, and probably on the end locations, you might be running some small routers, let's say 1900 or 800 series, and this router is advertising or receiving the advertisements for all the 900 plus routes or the routers. So probably the CPU utilization of this router will be very high, and this router may not be able to handle that many requests. And of course, the routing table also will be higher because of the plenty of routes you have. So this router has to maintain the database and also all the best routes to reach that particular each and every router inside the database. So the most of the problems comes with the low-end routers because they don't have enough memory to handle such a huge database. So again, that's one problem. And the next problem is too many advertisements, because your network is bigger, like 900 plus routers. Every router is sending an advertisements. So basically I'm receiving almost more than 900 plus advertisements from each router, and I'm going to maintain that in my link state database. Again, that requires more CPU and the memory resources, of course, the processing requirements. And once I build that, again, let's say there is some change, there is a new router added, or there is a link goes down, in that scenarios, what happens? So if there is any change in the status of any interface in your network, whether it goes up and down, and it forces every router to run the SPF algorithm again. Because once they receive a new LSA from this router, again, they have to recalculate the algorithm, and maybe based on that, they have to figure out the shortest paths, calculate the cost. That will again increase the CPU utilization again. So the more bigger the size of the network, the more resources it will utilize. So that is one limitation. So more number of advertisements requires more. So more times it will receive the advertisements. Of course, it has to run the algorithm too many times. So these are the general issues what you generally face when you have OSPF with a large network. Again, at the same time, as I said, the convergence time, like if this route fails, then they do advertisements, LSS, and probably the router has to figure out the alternate path. And that will also takes time because the OSPF has to advertise, and then it has to calculate the algorithm and then finalize the best routes. That will again impact the convergence time as well. So these are general issues. Like I said, the issues here, it takes more CPU resources to run those algorithms, and also the convergence time, because it's a little bit slow to react the changes in the network. And more bigger the network, the more convergence time it may take, as well as more CPU resources. And even sometimes if you have this router like 800 or 900 router, and if it is unable to process them, basically that can restart, that can go down, and again that will impact the communication also. So these are some of the limitations with OSPF single area, and that's where we have a concept of areas. So we logically group them in different areas to optimize our OSPF. So probably that is something we'll be covering in the next sections. We'll try to get into that.